What's going on, everyone? Danny Rodriguez here. It's time to review Daredevil Season 2, Episode 3, titled New York's Finest. Spoiler review, make sure you have seen the episode, go to Netflix and watch the episode, go to your friend's account, your mom's account, your brother's account, boyfriend, sisters, girlfriends, whatever. Go to your friend's account, watch Daredevil. Make sure you have seen Season 1, just saying, because you kind of could get lost without not seeing Season 1, so that's kind of my, go-to guide there. But anyway, I have my Season 1 review out and Jessica Jones Season 1 review out as well on the channel. I think I have the playlist down below for Jessica Jones, so you want to check out the channel and look for that. That'd be awesome, man. So anyway, let's get right to it. Should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, pros, cons, final score. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's get on to this, man. Update, I have only seen up to episode 5. I'm on episode 5 of Daredevil so far, and it's great. It's literally a faster pace than Season 1, and of course I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I'll ever go see Season 1 of Daredevil again, and then I'm thinking Origins, and I'm like, no, like all that start of Foggy finding out that he's Daredevil, blah, 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 and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to go through all that again. I mean, I like Season 1, it's really great, but maybe it's just, maybe in 5 years down the road I'll see it again. Anyway, back to this New York's Finest. So, and of course, there's this nun washing Matt. Of course, that's what it looks like, but it was all a dream, and the water is all bloody, and the rag. And we find out that he wakes up on this roof. He's chained up. Punisher basically has him hostage. Well, not hostage, but basically has him there for now. And he's loading his gun and everything. He's not talking. Matt's end up trying to talk to Frank. Foggy and Karen talk to Reyes, and basically she's threatening to close down their law firm, basically saying, I could blame all this stuff on you. So, of course, Karen does some research. Foggy visits Claire, and, of course, Rosario Dawson shows up in this episode. I don't know if she's going to be in the whole season. I only feel like she's going to be in certain episodes, but, of course, she did mention Luke Cage. She had a Luke Cage, not by name, but she mentioned that there was this guy that was had powers, and that was really awesome. I'm like, Luke Cage reference, cool, Jessica Jones reference as well. So there's these gangsters that start a fight, but Foggy ends up stopping a dude. He's like, hey, y'all think you're badass and all that. Literally, Foggy goes hard, and I'm like, Foggy, where is this when you need it the most? I remember Karen earlier, she was like, you didn't step up, you didn't talk, and I'm like, Foggy could have talked back, dude. Foggy's pretty awesome, dude. He has that funny side, and then he's literally like, hey, y'all need to stop. You're scaring people. He literally went hard on them, and the gangsters were like, yeah, you're right. Drops the knife, arrested. All these gangsters with tattoos and everything. Yeah, we should hug it out, shouldn't we? Drops the knives. No, but that'd be funny if they did. It would be really weird. Anyway, so on the rooftop, there's this veteran that comes up, and of course, he hears this noise. And Frank, obviously the Punisher, he puts the gun to the door just in case he ends up stepping out and seeing Daredevil chained up. And of course, just talking about stuff, saying he was in Vietnam, and then he said he was in Iraq, Afghanistan, Frank, so they kind of bond a little, to talk a little bit about the war, military. And basically, I love how he's like, hey soldier, Semper Fi. And basically, all that, I was like, it's pretty cool, some little military stuff in there and all that. So, I mean, cool things in there. Showing that he respects him and everything, obviously, soldiers. So that's cool. Daredevil talks about morals. Daredevil basically talks about, you don't have to do this, you don't have to kill people. Why do you do it? And then that's all the whole part where he's like, I think you're a half measure. I think that you're a coward. All that sort of talk goes into play, man. And of course, we all lost somebody. Oh, boo-hoo, you lost your family. And of course, he doesn't know his backstory yet about, his family killed and everything. So, I wouldn't really use the word, Matt, boo-hoo, your family. You don't know the details, man. That's kind of sad about what happened to Frank's family. It is a boo-hoo. It's a sad story, man. But whatever, he doesn't know yet. And of course, Frank has Grotto. We never see him go get Grotto. I guess he already has him already. I guess he ended up leaving the rooftop, and that happens. He ends up killing him, man. But of course, Daredevil had a gun wrapped to his hands because Punisher wants him to shoot him. Which it's a cool thing. He's like, you have to shoot me or you shoot him or something like. And he's like, I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna shoot him. You know, he ends up shooting the chain. He breaks free, dude. It's all slow motion, and it's basically a fight between Daredevil and Punisher again. Of course, when Daredevil's down, Punisher ends up shooting the Dogs of Hell's bikes, and there's a big explosion. Punisher gets knocked out by Daredevil, and there's this big all fight where the Dogs of Hell crew members come in, and it's a big, like, literally a 4 or 5 minute, no, it's like a 4-minute scene of just hallways and stairs and fighting, dude. They literally outdid the season 1, episode 2 fight in the hallway. This was amazing. It's a one shot, and of course they edited to make it. I don't think they actually did the whole thing in one shot. I mean, they edited it a certain way, of course, to make it look like it's a continuous one shot. I wasn't there. I don't know. I may just be saying that, but because you could tell when they moved the camera fast, it's like, yeah, they edited it, they snapped it there, and then they went on to it. But definitely a fantastic fighting scene, dude. I was getting tired at the end. I was like, dude, stay down, people. Shit, stay down. Anyway, that happened, man. Karen is with the skull image. Karen is looking, and she sees this big skull, and basically she's kind of like, oh. And that's basically the episode, man. That's how the cookie crumbles. There it is. Let me give you the cons first off, man. It was slow with Karen. Karen's storyline this episode, definitely her digging, doing files, doing all that sort of thing. That was sort of the slow part of the episode where you like Karen, but then your story's not interesting, and go back to Punisher and Daredevil talking on the rooftop, and then, like, they literally have some good dialogue scenes. They have a lot of good talking, they go back and forth, and, like, what do you think, Red? He calls him Red, and, like, so Frank, that's your name. And, they kind of have a little conversation every now and then, so that was pretty cool there. But it was slow with Karen, and also, they didn't show him getting Grotto. They never showed him get to, I'm assuming that he left the rooftop and went to go get, that stuff. And also, you're telling me that the vet didn't hear Frank yelling at the rooftops and everything? He didn't hear him yelling after when he left, or he didn't hear him shooting his gun or stuff like that? Later in the episode, he gets out of the hallway, all that. But I mean, really, you didn't hear him yelling? I mean, what was the point of you going up the first time if, he was like, oh yeah, just keep it down. And then he's all loud and screaming and everything. So I'm just saying, like, nobody hears this guy screaming from the rooftops, you're gonna have to shoot me or you shoot him. No one hears that whatsoever in this whole city, dude. Hell's Kitchen. Alright, we'll let that one pass. That's a little nitpick, though. So the pros of the episode, dude, of course, a lot of pros in here, man. The action, the choreography in here was fantastic. The best action scene out of season 2 so far. The Punisher, John Bernthal's fantastic in here, dude. I love the way he acts. He does a lot more dialogue in here. The dialogue is written so well, and his emotion and his reaction and just the way he says it all, dude. And he's sitting down and he's like, you think what you're doing's good, huh? Yeah, Red. Oh, you think I'm the bad guy? I'm not the bad guy. And basically going back and forth at it, dude. And they're just basically morals and what's right, what's wrong. And even Daredevil saying it. Of course, it's Netflix. They can do whatever they want. Obviously, season 1 did it. But Daredevil said a few, there's a little language in here, man. Captain America wouldn't let him join his team, man. Literally, he had some language in here, dude. He was saying shit and everything, and like fucking, he was like, Daredevil was going hard on his language, dude. You need soap in your mouth, Matt Murdock, and in your eyes. Anyway, the hallway and stairway scene was the best out of the episode, dude. The directing, the cinematography was awesome. Seeing Foggy as well, standing up and being with Claire, I think having that Claire moment there as well was cool, and her reference to Luke Cage, that was really cool as well. Practical effects and CGI effects in here were awesome. They always keep on amazing me what they do every episode, dude. They make the action more bigger, more higher, more intense, more fun, more brutal. That's what I love about the show a lot, man. The opening of the episode, the whole nun thing, and definitely the transition from the clean rag to the wet, bloody rag. That was a cool transition. The ending of the episode where the skull image, that was a cool ending as well. And ending with the fight scene and the Punisher's just laying down in the elevator, just like there, just like dead. I'm dead, just laying there, knocked out. That was really cool. And yeah, it's basically the good stuff and the bad stuff, man. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give this episode an A minus. I think it's my favorite episode out of the whole season so far. And of course, episode 1 got an A minus as well. But I have to say, this was the best action scene so far out of the 4 episodes I've seen for season 2. This is my favorite action, and my favorite probably. No, episode 4 is my favorite Punisher and Daredevil moments. But for sure, the action scenes here were awesome. All of it, man. Everything, just Daredevil, fantastic. I love this episode. And the show, season 2, is going awesome so far. So comment down below, tell me your favorite parts about this episode. I gave it an A minus. What's your rating, guys? You want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate that. Until next time, I'll be seeing you for episode 4 through 13. Bye-bye.